We should start a
company,
band called Flagship, dude.
It's now the word
That
for
is.
it.
That should be, yeah, I'm so down.
All right, cool.
I'm actually, I'm in like 17 bands right now. So like we can, it's nothing to just add another one on the bag, you know?
Yo, here's another way that I don't think musicians think about for using AI, right? That is really just kind of emerging, but it's really for any entrepreneur, but using it to make
I'ma take us to the top in this and gon' rock with it.
So loud,
Chonch.
Yeah,
Chonch,
God particle.
That shit was God particle. Crazy. Shout out Jason Joshua.
Yo, welcome back to Highstreet. We're live from Boston, Massachusetts. That was some brand new music from our guest tonight, Chonch. Lucas Chonch.
Yeah,
what
was that? That was amazing, bro.
Produced by me and Claude.
Yeah,
you said that song. You said that song brought out a new Chonch last year when we made it.
Yeah, that song happened at a dark time. That's why it's kind of dark. You know what I mean?
Do you mind explaining why it was a dark time?
Oh man,
or is that private?
Nah, it's never private, man.
Okay.
You know, the life I live, man. You listen to the music, you know everything about it. You know what I mean?
So what was going on at the time then?
Just stuff with having a newborn son and the unexpected stuff that come with it. You know what I mean? And then just being prepared for that, and then stuff happening with my business. Taking a hit, the biggest business hit I've ever had. You know, it's different when you don't have money and you don't, like, when you don't have money and you lose what you don't really have, it doesn't really affect you.
Yeah.
But when you got shit going.
But you were loaded.
And then they guess, I wasn't loaded, Dallas. You know,
like,
I was loaded.
He's like, when you're so rich.
When you're so rich.
and you lose everything, it's more painful.
He's like, and then when you have like 5 bitches,
no,
dude,
because
oh my God,
what
bro,
comes with
like,
it, though, what comes with it, and you know it, the bigger you build something, the more baggage that comes with it.
Sure, yeah. Of course,
so when something collapses, it's like you got to juggle so many different pieces too. You know what I mean? So it wasn't like the business fell, but it's like all the baggage that I had while running the business, it's like, You know, like
Real.
expenses here and this and that. But it's a learning lesson. That's why I love it. I love it. You know, you go into debt a little bit and it's okay though. Like you can
Happened
bounce
to a
back.
lot of people over the last few
Exactly.
years, man, after, you know, 2020 and everything.
Exactly.
But all right, so you were
I
going
love
through
it.
all that and then we made that song, and what did it unlock?
So it just like, so I say all of this and it's important because it really puts into perspective, like, even when you have no money or you lose family and you really feel like you got nothing, you got your creativity, which is your superpower. You feel me? And sometimes you feel like the dark times can cloud your judgment. You know what I mean? But I feel like when you get creative during the dark times, it really shines a light on what your path is supposed to be. You feel me? And when I made that song, it was random. I told Quad, I came in, I was like, yo, man, I'm feeling some dark shit, some mafioso. I call it mafioso. Like, yo, I'm feeling mafioso today, Quad. Let's get some things done, like da-da-da-da. He's like, yo.
Mafioso era.
Yeah. He's like, people me and Dallas just made click. And I was like that song was, like, there's days Quad knows. I come in, I make a song like that. But then there's other days, you know, I'll fall asleep.
I've been to that session before, bro.
Yeah, I've been in the studio before. dude.
Yo, Chonch is the best nigga ever because he'll be like, yo, let's all go to the studio. He'll get 20 motherfuckers. And then he'll be like, I'm tired, bro.
Yeah.
He's like, yo, you guys do push-ups. I got to sleep. I got to roll it backwards.
That's funny.
Hey, at least we're all there together, man.
No, bro.
It's an
One of the
experience.
funniest things Chonch does in the studio is like when he gets all the energy, he's like, yeah. And then if there's a youngin' around, like somebody wants to teach some shit, bro, and then he gets into lecturing mode and like, yo, y'all need to get your shit together, bro. Yo, give me some push-ups right now, dog. He's like, you know, we warriors. Hey, yo, and then Quad's just like, yeah, dude, yeah.
Cause like heard it 1,000 times.
Chonch, you're
Everybody got to
destined-
go through it. It's like the initiation at this point.
You're destined for greatness, Chonch, but you would have made a great gym teacher. Like, if you were my gym teacher when I was a kid, I'd be like, dude, my gym teacher, Mr. Chonch, is the fucking
Dude, he
man.
smokes backwards, but he's still
the
cool,
fucking
dude.
man. You know, it's funny you said that because I remember in high school, for me to graduate, I had to do an internship for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I did.
Gym teacher.
I was like, let me go to the gym in the middle school. And I was like 17 years old
There you
teaching
go.
middle school type shit.
Probably had
That
mad
shit-
fun.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, I'm literally like all those kids I remember, they're like my little homies today. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Type shit. So it's dope.
Yeah, it's be funny. He be having like an intern program. He just it's like they be like he's like, hey, look at this 19-year-old motherfucker. He's nice, but we gotta teach.
Yeah,
him
like
some
that
shit.
little nigga right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out Lucas in the
No,
back.
yeah, but like
you know, like the video, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You
bro.
know?
But like I've seen him do it. He don't even let shit slide. He's like, if they say something negative, he's like, wait, hold on, young blood. He's like, and then he's like, and he starts lecturing them. They don't even know how to take it. Sometimes it's mad funny to watch and like, oh shit.
Yo,
Get into
it's
it with-
funny because I actually like, and you know, part of me feels bad, but the other part of me feels good because it's like I actually made a lot of little youngins quit music,
Really?
but then they find their passion right after
In something else.
in something else. Yeah.
Why? Because of disses?
Nah, just because I can tell. Like,
Yeah, you know, Chonch was a huge battle
I
rapper.
retired him. I retired him.
just because I take the music shit very serious. You know, to me, it's not a hobby. So I can tell when somebody comes into the studio, anybody, older, young, it don't matter. If you're a hobbyist or if this is your life.
Mm-hmm.
And the moment I get that radar click, oh, this is just his hobby. I'm like, all right, let me wake this little nigga up. Let me shake him up a little bit. Let me get him right. And it's cool. Even if it's your hobby, I'll be like, yo, hop in the booth. Get in there.
Hell yeah.
Get in there. Because it's fun. It gets you going type shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then like, bro, I don't know. That's funny you say that, bro.
No, 'cause I've seen him do it,
I'm
like,
looking back,
at
I'm like,
least
damn,
5
maybe I
times,
should
bro.
just not do that.
No, but I think it's good, bro, because you teach them. Because it's not like you're not saying some real shit to them. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's funny from the outside looking in, like, because they probably never had somebody really talk to them like that in the studio when they thought, oh, we're just vibing and smoking. What's going on?
Yeah, I think
Like-
what separates you from a hobbyist to a professional too is like how you brand yourself.
Yeah.
Like if I see you, like, because I'm an engineer too, so sometimes I have artists in the studio, and then they make really good music. They're talented, but nobody gives a fuck about talent anymore, bro. So he'll make a dope ass song, drop it on Instagram for like 2 views, 5 views, and I'm just like, okay, maybe he's just like, this is just something he likes to do. Like he's a hobbyist. I feel like a professional, I would assume, or I would expect like someone to put investment on advertising, or like maybe like some sort of a collaborative partnership with something.
Yeah,
I think that's when I'm like, okay, this is someone I would.
or
like,
even a video. I feel like videos are
Even
really
a
serious.
video.
I feel like that's what I'm looking for too. If like an artist has even a video, because you know they're taking
Absolutely.
it serious. You know what I mean?
absolutely,
They're
absolutely,
like showing their image to the world. You know, like
absolutely.
Yeah,
I really
that's
want
interesting.
to. I really want to see an artist that's posting good content constantly.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
And that's funny because
It's-
actually I can comment on that, you know, because it's not a problem if you're a hobby, if it's like a hobby, music is your hobby.
Right.
Because for me, that happened to me last year. I'm a professional in my music, but then it got to a point where, and I understand this now because you hear what artists all the time where they say, "Oh, this is too much work. I miss the fun in it," and
Mhm.
da 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 da. And it's because sometimes when you try to get too professional with things, and that's what I did like for 5-6 years trying to do it, trying to be a real professional in the music game, that you kind of lose the passion and you're like, damn, I kind of miss like just having fun with it. And then all last year, I just locked in with Qual, and I was like, you know what? I remember last time I was on his pod, I was at the top of the, I was like, yo, I'm gonna release mad music, blah, blah, blah. But I was going under so much pressure with like everything that I lost that. I would get to the studio and then
spark.
Qual's like, Chonch, maybe you need a little break. And I was like, nah, because I was taking it too serious.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I had to like go back to just, let me just have fun with this.
Yeah, real.
Let me call some
real.
people over.
That's the
Let's
biggest
just smoke and chill. Let's just talk. Let's whatever. And then and then the music started coming and brewing and boom, boom, boom. So there's no problem with that. There's no
Yeah.
problem with it. It's just I'm always like, yo, what are we doing? What's the
Yeah.
mission?
Yeah,
What are we doing right now?
There
What's
has
the
to
goal?
be a vision.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then once we got it, it's like, all right, let's do it.
Right. I think that happens to a lot of people, man, where you get really burnt out, you know, because you feel you look at the mountain of like that work on social media or running ads or whatever that you got to do, playing shows, all this shit to try to make it, and like the chances are slim, and you get like really fried like that. And I think so. That's one of the things I'm excited about with AI. Right. You know, we hear a lot about AI with, the generative shit, Suno making music, people making cover art, all that stuff, the artists complain. But the stuff that's been coming out over the last few months,
It's amazing.
where you have these agents that can automate tasks for you.
Yep.
And,
Yeah,
you
it's
can
been
create all
crazy.
types of workflows
Yep.
and real intelligent shit that can do things for you.
Yep. I love AI.
Is where I think that artists should take advantage of AI.
Yep.
There's like Meta's so like an easy example, right? With Google Gemini would be now it can watch you work.
Really?
Yeah. And tell you what to like watch your screen or watch you in real life through a camera. You can be like, how do I pot this plant? Or you could be like, how do I use Pro Tools? You know what I'm saying? So if you're an artist, right, one of your biggest problems, your biggest budget issues is going to be studio time.
Yep.
And Khoa, alone, this cuts into our game, obviously, right?
Yeah.
You
This
guys,
cuts into our
you guys
game.
are pricey people.
Well, I mean, it's a really difficult task.
Yeah.
It's
For sure.
like it's really difficult to be a good engineer.
Yeah, people usually. I don't mean to cut you off, Dal.
That's good.
This is a great talking point, by the way, because we can go off forever. I use AI. I love AI. I'm using chord generators all the way to like idea generators, like whatever. If I got to brainstorm for some sort of project and stuff, I'm not against it. I'm not opposed to it or anything, but I will say people don't pay for the task to be done fast. Usually, at least my clients, at least.
Yeah.
They don't pay for, Alone, you got this mix done in 30 minutes. That's crazy. That's so good. That's like the fastest. They pay for that like intimate, like you said, like when we're in the studio and we're just like drinking and smoking and chilling. I'm working the whole time, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm mixing, I'm getting the certain, flow. If it's a tone, if it's a vision, like you said, there has to be a vision at the end of whatever we're doing.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's what they're paying for. They're not paying for like, get this task done really quick, because I feel like what we do at least as service people, like engineers, producers, artists, even if we got to do sync licensing for a movie or something like that, there's usually some sort of connection between human to human, where the transaction isn't just get the job done. It's you have the vision that I'm looking for. It's kind of like I use the analogy, an agency looking for a model. You know what I mean? Yeah, sure, they can just create an AI model.
Yeah, but it's
You know what I mean? It's not going to be the same because now they can. What if they have a different outfit they want to use next week? They can call up the model. What if they want a video for it? Now they have
Dude,
that
speaking of models now,
that business relationship.
H&M just licensed the likeness of their like 30 of their models so that they can use them to create images for the products instead of taking
That's
photos.
crazy.
I mean,
That's
bro,
genius.
people been doing.
It's
it. That's
smart.
crazy.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. But anyways, back to music.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's for those reasons. I don't really think that us as engineers are going to get completely cut out. But I mean, I tell artists all the time, if you're someone who likes to write in the booth and you want to just kind of spin your wheels for a while and come up with lines and stuff like that, and that's the way that you write music, it's probably in your interest to save a lot of money by at least knowing how to hit record, and track yourself.
Yeah,
mixing is a whole other thing, and I'm sure. There's lots of AI tools for that exist and that are coming. And that's probably another thing that will get largely automated.
Yeah,
but
there's so many tools out
that
now.
one example of just being like Google Gemini, watch me use Pro Tools. Tell me what to click to record myself. And it'll do that.
And it'll literally help you through it.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I mean,
That's
that
crazy.
and like even for basic stuff that's not even, the music itself, but things on the side like organizing yourself and organizing your day.
Yes.
Like the note taking AI is crazy or not. In the span of like 3 months, the note taking has gotten better. Like I'll do a meeting, I'll do a call, and it'll be like, so in summary, it's like this. These are the pain points. These are the solutions. This is what needs to get done.
Yeah.
It'll literally do an entire breakdown.
From
like that.
That's
I'm
true.
like, what
back
the fuck?
to, I love where it's. I just want to bring it back to the music real quick because music's a little bit different. An AI is not going to help you get gigs. You know what I'm saying?
It definitely could.
Help you
think
write
so?
the emails.
Yeah, exactly.
It could,
You can have it
who's
scrape
looking
and
for
find
gigs,
like
I guess.
every booking agent in the country and write it, each one of them, a personalized email, like unique email that sounds like you because it knows how you write.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then
but
also
here's-
manage the replies and all the fucking
There still
conversations
has
of
to
the
be.
booking
I just
part.
feel like with entertainment, there has to be that business manager, the agent, because like real businesses,
That's what
bro,
the
like,
AI is going to take over, though.
Yeah,
It
but
really
this-
is.
especially for
This is what I'm
independent
saying.
artists.
This is what I'm saying. Let me finish. Yo,
Yeah,
I got
yeah,
you.
yeah.
When they get to the venue, okay. Hello, Mr. Chonch. All right, who's your representative? The representative I spoke with over the phone.
Well, that's when you got
Now-
your homie. That's when you got your homie.
Okay, but see, like-
and like he doesn't actually have to do all this shit, but he's your man.
He's like acting as your.
Yeah,
Okay,
but I
but-
think,
Just
bro,
the
what I
image
think
of it.
it's not replacing the people. It's like you're using it as a tool to enhance your shit around you and yourself.
Yeah, so like
real,
your homie that's going there as your business manager, this is not something the artist would use. This is something he would use to message every venue. So when I go, yo, book me a tour, he's gonna be like, don't worry, I got you. He's gonna go on ChatGPT.
That works
He's
better,
gonna
yeah.
do all that
Right,
work.
right,
But, so,
right.
Yeah, you're right. You do need faces to that, but it does accelerate
A lot.
the tedious process of like writing things down. Like I use AI to do content creation.
Yes,
I said, give me 20 different content ideas. And for anybody out there listening, you can do this as a rapper. Go on ChatGPT and say, give me 20 different content ideas to shoot on an iPhone 16 Pro or whatever iPhone you have, and say, relate it to or make it like
blah, blah,
the
blah.
modern hip hop videos you see
Yeah.
on Instagram,
Yeah.
YouTube, and TikTok.
Yeah.
Yep.
You give it 5 minutes and it'll have everything for you. And I got
Daily
creative,
routine
and I even
type
say,
shit.
give me,
Literally
because I know how to
anything,
shoot some videos. I was like, give me 3 different shots using a 0.5, a 1-time zoom, and a 3-time zoom. And then it just give me everything in a script of how to shoot it, where to shoot it. And then I got even better. I said, you know what? I don't want to spend much money. So I said, make it budget free.
Right.
And then it gave me everything. It said, you could shoot at a location like this. And I said, give me locations here in Boston.
Yeah.
And I just kept diving deep until I
Yeah.
got a curated
That's the best
business
way to do
plan.
it. That's the best way to
That's
do
the
it.
thing that I think really separates, because a lot of people are like, oh, it's just like Google, whatever. I just go and I ask and I get my answer.
Yeah.
It's not that, because you can speak to it to refine the answer. So if it
Right.
gives you 6 ideas and you can be like, I like 1, 2, and 4, replace the other ones.
Yeah.
I'm
And
just
it'll give
saying
you
I'm
new ones, or
stacked.
you can be like, refine this one like
Regenerate.
that.
Yeah.
Just saying
Or
I've
you can
been
just
working,
You can even
Dallas.
say just be more creative.
Yeah, now the Chat GPT, they have like the app on my phone and they have the Windows installer. So now I'm like using the shortcut to just, instead of Google, like I find myself going to Chat GPT instead of Google.
Yeah.
And just like
And
typing in.
It's funny you say this because for the first time in 5 years, I haven't felt, I want to comment on 2 things. I haven't felt this confident in my music in making it, because what Dallas said about 10 minutes ago, he said a lot of people, when you lose your confidence, you look at the game, you're like, damn, there's like a slim chance I can make it. But that's if you compare yourself with everybody else. And I think about it like this: when AI comes out, everybody gets scared. What you got to do is face the fear and learn how to use it.
Yeah, you don't.
And that's what I've been doing, just me personally. And I'm learning it. And I've been like this. I told you guys what I just did with the content creation, and I'm executing it. And now, for the first time in like 5 years, I'm like, damn, it's not a slim chance. There's not the slim chance got bigger because it's more of. It's just marketing. It's business. It's learning how to push yourself out there. But if that was my weakness, was organization, and I was always trying to chase my tail when I was making content, because I would make some content. I'd have, you know me. I had 2 cameramen, 3 I had Ray. I got Alex. I got Juice. I got this. I got that. I got Boom. I got Bop.
Whole team.
I got my own camera, my tripod. But it gets to the point where it's like, your ideas, creatively, you just start burning out, and even they burn out. And even they burn out when you're trying to push them. Yo, we need a video today. And then ChatGPT just kind of eases that. It's the script. It's like a movie. No professional movie. You don't watch any movie in the movie theaters where they didn't have the writers in a room make the script and then find out where they're gonna shoot it. And so when the actors get there, all they got to do is read the lines. But the hardest part of the work was done beforehand. And that's what's happening with these record labels and these other artists. And this is something that a lot of artists, they need to understand. This is what's really happening for you to be big, for you to blow up. It's, yeah, cool, you can get that song on TikTok. All right. Can y'all, I can give you like 5 names, 10 names right now, people that blew up on TikTok in the last 5, 10 years, that they're not selling shows, they're not doing anything because the structure was never there. Yeah, oh, yo, they got that song with 10 million streams, 100 million. Yeah, they got paid. They got that $20,000 check. $20,000 goes fast. $50,000 goes real fast. $100,000 goes real fast. Oh, you 18? I remember my first 100K.
It's like 6
I don't got
months
it.
max.
It goes real fast.
Yeah.
The thing is structure, and I love that AI is here because if you learn it now, you can. It's easier to make a structure for yourself because you got your personal helper.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
you
using
got all the
AI.
tools right
I'm
there.
using AI in production right now, and I'm doing it right in front of the artist. There'll be times where I'm like up with my guitar, and I'm like, you know, it'd be really nice if I could just improv over some chords right now. And like I'll go over to I use FL Studio, but I know
it as a starter. Basically,
yeah, exactly. I just go generate chords and boom, I'm like, okay, now I can think of melody ideas.
That's super dope.
It's not that I can't play keys, because I can very well manage to think of chords or something.
Yeah, it's a workflow
I just
thing.
want to, I want, the thing is like you want to like brainstorm third party.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I get, especially for me, like I'm a low budget artist too myself. I'm self-produced, self-engineer, all that stuff. So I really can't, I don't have I mean, I can, but sometimes I don't want to outsource for that third party. And I can just get it done, boom, boom, real quick. The artist is here, she's paying for time. I don't want to take too much of their time, whatever.
See, what you said there is very smart. It's very genius what he just said. That y'all catch that? The AI is only as smart as you are.
I like that.
For now.
It's no, because if you, that's funny. Then the iRobot, then they start taking over the world. So that's why stay strapped,
Being
everybody.
like, no, Long, that guitar sucks. Try this.
Until they start taking it out. No, but it's
let me play it for you. Actually,
it's as only as smart as you are, because if you, like you said, you're like, yo, I don't need it to create things. It's like it's yours. The AI is it's like looking in the mirror. You start bouncing ideas off of it.
Yeah, I've noticed
what I
that
mean?
because it really doesn't
all it
matter.
is.
The answer you get is reasoned by the prompt you asked it. Bro.
Yep.
So it really, like when you say it's only as smart as you, it really is. It's as smart as you can come up with a good question.
If you even like, I think even if you only use it as like a sounding board to sort of get the ideas out of your head, because like you know, like for me, I'll always be thinking about ideas and like, oh man, I want to try this with that or whatever, and like I can't just like text people like that. You know what I mean? And be like, yo, I was thinking about this thing, dude, blah, 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 and just like go off.
I've done
You know,
that when I'm
yeah.
mushrooms.
I mean, dude, I
gotta text
we
all my
can't
ideas
do
real
that.
quick.
I have. Trust me.
I
But
have
like,
notes in my
But
notepad right now that I uploaded in a fucking high ass rage. And I'm
I
just
feel like just right now the prompts have to be very specific, but dude, like they're upgrading ChatGPT 4 to 4.1, 4.2 every
so
day.
early. It's so
Yeah,
early.
it's so early, bro. It's so
gonna get
early.
crazy.
bro, the WhatsApp one is popping. If you want to design merch,
just saw
fucking,
that.
you can literally just.
Come on, we're talking
I
about the
want merch
real
like
shit,
this.
dude, not the WhatsApp
WhatsApp.
AI.
Get the
Come on,
fuck
Use
outta
it,
here.
bro.
Did you see
It's
the
talking about
actually it's
Gemini,
meta.
Coming at
Claude.
us with
Gronk.
that WhatsApp
It's the
shit.
meta
no
one.
T-Mobile
Meta doesn't know what
AI.
they're doing.
No.
Since when does Meta not know what they're doing? It's great.
No, it's meta. Yeah, that's true. They
It's
probably
the
do have a
meta
nice
AI.
one. Yeah,
Yeah, there's always gonna be a flagship to every. Is that the word flagship?
I like that
Right?
word. Yeah,
I like
Flagship.
that word.
think
That's a word.
there's
If
always
it's
gonna
not,
be
we should
it's not
start.
the
We should
word.
start a
company,
band called
yeah.
Flagship, dude.
It's now
That
the
could-
word
that
for
is.
it.
That
Trademark
should
down
be,
there.
yeah, I'm
Down?
so down.
All right, cool.
I'm actually I'm in like 17 bands right
Oh,
now. So like
Jesus
we can.
Christ.
It's nothing to just add another one on the bag, you know.
Yo,
On the
here's
resume.
another way that I don't think musicians think about for using AI, right? That is really just kind of emerging, but it's really for any entrepreneur, but using it to make software for yourself,
Ooh,
right?
genius.
So
Yeah,
I've
the
been
commands.
I've been using it for making software to develop this web app, right? that I'm
I've
about
been
to put out.
seeing. Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
about to put that shit out. And I mean, I've been in software and IT for like a long time and shit like that. So like I kind of understand how to do it.
Light
enough.
flex. Light flex.
I don't know if that's really a flex.
So what do you?
dude.
Of course
What are you
it is.
using? A web creator on Adobe or something like that?
Nah. I'm using.
In other words, Dallas, he said, I've been ahead of all of y'all.
Headass, real.
You know, I've
real.
just been doing this for, you
Yeah,
know,
I've been
life,
around
you
for
know
a
what I
while.
mean?
Yeah, this is just my hobby.
AI's
around.
taking over and I'm ahead of y'all. It's all good. So I built software now.
My mother was the 5th employee at Lotus Software. I don't know if you guys remember Lotus. They were eventually acquired by IBM. But anyways, so I've been using Cursor, which is an IDE, which I would say is like a DAW for making software.
Okay.
Right, that's the program that you write the code in
Okay.
and deploy it and shit like that.
Mhm.
And Cursor is one of a few IDEs that have an AI agent built in. So it has ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude or DeepSeek, whichever one you want to talk to, built into it. And then
DeepSeek.
so
That's a
the
good
big
one, too.
difference, right, is if you go on ChatGPT, you can talk to ChatGPT right now and be like, give me some code for this, and it'll spit out all that shit. But then you have to copy it and paste it into files and build the file structure,
yeah.
follow its instructions to deploy it, all that. So it's totally doable, but it's super manual. With an agent inside something like Cursor, you talk to it. It's still just ChatGPT. It's the same exact shit. But then it can go and do those things for you. Create the files, put the code in, push it, run commands, all that shit.
So is it taking? Are you giving it command controls on your computer?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Are you really?
Yeah. And you can set rules and stuff like that.
I was
but yeah.
about to say that's kind of scary.
Yeah, so
what?
I mean, it's just, I suppose, right? But it's like, it
Yeah.
only does what you tell it to do.
That's true. That's
That's
true.
dope.
Yeah.
For now.
Yeah, exactly.
Then it's
Like,
gonna turn
who
into
knows?
iRobot and we have
Yeah,
to
that's
murder robots.
wild, bro.
So, anyways, so that's how you can get started with it, right? Is to download Cursor and it's free to
Okay.
try, and you can just talk to it. It's called vibe coding, where you just vibe and you're just like, yeah, I want something that does this,
Mhm.
and it'll build a program. So, obviously, you can get super complex, try to build real commercial software with you, or with it if you want all that. But I think that musicians can do things like if they need an app to track their daily habits,
Yep.
that they just want a simple thing that's personalized, they could theoretically make it.
Mm.
Facts.
Little tools for themselves.
Yeah.
You could definitely soon get into making your own soft synths and shit like that and VSTs.
Yeah, I was thinking,
That-
I would
You
love
could
to
have
make
your
like my
signature
own
shit.
EQ or some shit.
Exactly,
That'd be
dude.
crazy.
100%.
EQ.
I mean, I'm not-
That'd be crazy.
Quality
I'm not gonna lie. If you guys have FL Studio, you already know Team FL. We're on top all the time. I keep telling people, but we've been known how to do this with Patcher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
with Patcher, you can literally create anything and mix it and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You can build the knobs. And
But
all
aren't you
that.
restricted to the things that Patcher offers?
Yeah, that's all the plugins in FL Studio.
I know, but what if you wanted something that doesn't exist?
I see what you mean. I mean,
Ooh.
I
I
didn't
see
even
what
know
you
about
mean.
Patcher.
I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Patcher,
Patcher
you
looks
gotta
crazy.
get on
I never
Patcher.
tried it, but
Is this AI or is this a genie?
Right.
Want some shit that doesn't exist?
Right.
Hell yeah.
That's pretty cool. I gotta get into that.
So I think the long-term thing that's going to happen is there will eventually be like a language model that's smart enough that we won't even need tools like that though.
Yeah.
Like we'll just tell it what we need to do. Like, hey, I just put a new song out. Can you go register my publishing for me?
Boom,
Yeah.
bam. That's smart.
But in the meantime, I think we can make tools like that for ourselves. And there's
Yeah.
probably somebody that's going to be getting that type of shit ready.
Yeah.
And then eventually everybody's going to have UBI because there'll be no jobs left, and we'll all just get to make music full time.
That's
regardless.
real. That's real.
Free
That's real.
ski.
Have you guys ever seen? Have you guys ever seen that? Have you guys ever seen that Black Mirror episode when they're all like running on the treadmills and they're looking at the big screens and how much energy they accumulate is
I did, yeah.
how their
Yeah,
currency is. I feel like that's really like the scary future, believe it or not. I feel like is going to be something like that where we're all getting fed constant advertising, and if we don't want the advertising, we have to pay.
I
You know what
mean,
I'm saying? That's what it's gonna
Can I burst your bubble?
Yeah.
That's right now, bro.
Yeah, no, real.
Basically,
That was
No,
YouTube
but I mean, like,
in
no-
2005.
Yeah, no, but I mean like no jobs, like nobody working. Like I'm saying like you wake up and go on this some sort of energy making thing like a treadmill or whatever because the whole point is to exploit you. You know what I'm saying? So it takes some sort of attention, energy, something.
It's called
from
a
you.
cell phone right now, man.
Right,
They be
right.
doing that, bro.
Yeah.
Have you ever been into a corporate office?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay, you know how many out of 100 people in a corporate office, you know how many of them are actually working? 15%.
15%.
So 15 people in there. Stats show, this is real stuff, 15 people out of a 100-person office can handle the amount of the workload. You go into a work office. I was right with my boy right now. No offense, homie. He's probably gonna watch this, but like, I was with my son, and I went to say peace to my boy, and he was taking a nap. I was like, oh, he's taking a nap. I don't want to bother him. His girl's like, yeah, he's got 15 minutes left to work.
No way.
So I got to wake him up so he can clock out. And I was like,
my God, that's
he's
crazy.
getting paid to sleep. He's been asleep for 2 hours.
Right now, the people in the cubicle,
His work from
the
home
workers
is
in
like,
the cubicle,
you know what I mean?
the
No, work from home.
cubicles got it good. You ain't seen Matrix? They got it good.
Good.
in that.
So I'm excited for
where
AI.
That's
Dude.
where all the people sleep, bro.
Yeah, but that whole lifestyle is about to get gutted. It's getting gutted right now by AI and by
Yeah,
companies realizing like, listen, we don't need all these people. Let's just cut them.
This is why I love music, because when you have a creative skill, there ain't no AI in the world that can take away the human essence
Not
of
even
a
close.
creative skill.
Yeah.
So,
You know, I
Need
don't
that
like. What do you guys
tasteful
think about
touch.
AI generated music? Do you think do you think there'll ever be a fan of an AI generated song?
I mean-
not a fan, but like real
Sure.
fans. You know, like a hit.
Yeah, I think
Bro,
so.
there's people
yeah.
fall in love with AI bots right now.
But it-
I
I think
highly
so.
believe that
Didn't like
somebody's
an AI Drake song like go platinum or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, and I liked it actually.
Yeah,
it wasn't
but
bad.
That's
end of the day,
But people didn't
it'll-
know it was it, or no, it was the gimmick of it, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like once it's normalized.
Yeah. The thing is
Yeah.
it'll always make money for sure, because you can make animated movies with no real characters, no real people, and it makes money. AI songs, AI beats, it'll always make money. You can find a way to make money out of it.
Yeah.
It'll never lead and inspire,
Yeah.
because it's not a real face. And I'm not saying I won't even say it'll never, but the 99.9% of the population that listen to it will not be inspired. There might be the one point. There's weird people out there. There's people that have fucking pocket pussies and robots. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? Like,
right, yeah.
it's weird. You know what I mean? Like they don't even. But the majority will
I
not
got two.
follow and be inspired by it. Hey, just saying, ain't no
sounds like a great
judgment. Ain't no judgment. But like I said, there'll always be a way to make money off of it. 'Cause you can make money off robots right now, but it won't. I believe it won't lead and inspire, and that's what the human is involved.
Right.
You know, the involvement of the human is in music and anything, in movies, anything,
Any art
anything you
form,
do,
right?
any art form, and in anything. For us as people to be on this planet, we need other people to be on this planet. So like that commodity will never run out. You know what I mean?
Real.
You know, and
Yeah, it's too built into us.
Yeah,
it's
if you want to get even real technical, bro, like humans are the real AI. We are the real like biologically.
Shit. We're going down this route.
Why? But
real-
AI means
We're
AI
the
means
real-
artificial though. So what do you mean?
I mean, I guess
Some
not
people be
artificial.
fake as fuck out here, dog.
Not what AI be saying. I mean, what AI be doing to like this era or like this phase of life right now. I feel like that's what humans did like to Earth, like when we like.
That's what God did to us. He
Yeah,
created
type
us,
shit,
and then
like-
we turned on Him.
How are humans the most like conscious and most
History repeats
developed?
itself.
You know what I mean? Like we can go in the land, in the water, in the air. We can build things. We have the decision to destroy life and make it. So it's like
Also, but as much as the tech is there, bro, like people still will pay thousands upon $1,000 to go backstage or be front row. So it's all about that personal experience at the end of the
It's
day.
always
Like,
the experience.
like people,
what
that's
I think,
never
too.
gonna go away, bro. Like it's probably even gonna go the opposite way, where like, yo, people are gonna pay more for the personal touch because it's flooded with the non-personal and like robotic shit.
Exactly.
So now they're like, yo, you actually want to meet them or you want to go here? Boom, that's double the price than it used to be. You feel me? Because bro, I already can imagine like people are gonna start creating like the 3D models or whatever and holograms and shit of your artists. Have your likeness, like, yo, send them to China, bro. Like, fuck it. They won't care. You know what I'm saying? Right? And then they'll be like, hey, I got a concert done over here. They'll be like that, right? Or you could be in Cali. Do it, and it'll fucking emulate you and everything. But people be like, bro, but I want to be there when he's there. That's probably going to be the extra.
Yeah.
It's going to be extra.
The more
It's gonna be
exclusive
the
shit.
I think this is a good thing. I mean, there's pros and cons to it, but I think it's going to higher the value of the human experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because it's so
actually,
easy to get the...
speaking of AI, sorry to interrupt, bro.
Go crazy,
like,
go crazy.
That was mad fucking rude, by the
biggest-
way. That's
yeah,
fucked up.
I'm gonna
Alone
I'm
just
sorry
he
about
had a
that, guys. I
baby,
made
dude.
no, but the first real big artist to start using AI was Kanye. Kanye started using.
Oh God, we got some Kanye to
He
talk about.
started using AI on his album. He was using AI, like he did some shit, put his daughter's
He
voice.
was just talking about
and
that in an interview.
Yeah, in an interview, and it's kind of like similar to what we're talking about here. He's saying, as long as you're creative, you'll be able to maximize what AI is capable of.
Yeah, this is a
even
great
with Tory's new project, didn't
Yo,
they
free
use AI
Tory.
to like
Free
mix it?
Tory.
Oh,
Just
really?
saying, free
I'm pretty
Tory.
sure that's
Hashtag
what-
he
that's
ain't
what
do
the
it. He
whole,
kinda
like,
might have did it.
controversy was
He
or
kind of
something.
might have did
He
it.
really
a little
did
A
bit.
bunch of people were
There's a
talking about that.
documentary on it. He didn't do it.
Hold on, one mic.
Yeah,
That's
there's...
They use AI to mix this shit?
Yeah, I think so. I was reading a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
about
they
that.
mixed Tory's project with like through... Because the tracking,
the phone.
the tracking recording was through the phone in a
Yeah.
jail phone, bro.
Yeah.
And they mix. If you hear the song, bro, it's you can be like, what?
Shit. So what do
It's
they
clean,
like
it's
clean up
clean.
the audio to make it sound like it's
Like,
coming through a mic?
obviously,
Yeah, basically.
There's some
And then mix it
deverb
up.
happening.
No, he also had recording equipment in the cell too. He had
Oh,
recording
really? Oh,
equipment
okay.
in the cell
What the
too.
fuck?
So there's songs that are you can tell the difference too when you listen to it. There's songs that he rapped through the jail phone, and there's songs that he's like recording on like just an iPhone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right.
Just
I mean, the
that's his
project just
recording
sounded
equipment.
clean.
Sorry, it's not
That's
like
wild, dude.
yeah, like
I gotta check that
headphones.
out.
Got
like
that
an
Clarity
iPad.
VX.
When did that come
Plug
out?
in.
Probably like a couple months ago or something.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
it's
pretty
Like
recent.
2 weeks ago, 2-3
No,
weeks
it was
ago.
super recent.
It's kind of new. Yeah.
So
But
like,
yeah, yo, pull up that Kanye interview.
since we talking about
Oh
Kanye,
man,
yeah.
yeah, this
Oh,
one.
y'all
was-
watched
Ooh,
that?
Kanye
oh
interview.
my God.
Started from the beginning.
is this
for a
the Jim
second.
Jones?
It's an hour
clip?
long. Holy shit!
Bro,
It's
because
mad long,
well,
yeah.
because
Yeah,
he
I didn't see the whole
also
thing.
academics. Oh, they didn't
Oh.
show this, but he did like a whole pre-interview like vlog style thing
Yeah.
when he was on the way, and Kanye was literally texting him. So they were supposed to do like a full production interview.
But
He
Kanye's fearing his
then
life.
Kanye hits him up. He's like, "Yo, they're gonna kill me. I gotta go to Japan." I'm like, "All right, nigga, how do you get to that solution? Whatever." Because apparently in Japan he's cool. And then
Yeah,
he's
it's
like, "All
Japan's
right, fuck
chill.
it. We're just gonna go. I don't got time to go to Japan to do an interview." So fucking academics said, "I'll pull up on you."
Use the timestamps.
And then
You
academics
know
was
he's
like,
not going to Japan.
he was getting
Yeah.
texted.
Oh,
He
he
was
went to
getting-
Japan.
he was-
He's
No,
out.
he probably is, but who would say where they're going if you're a major celebrity? I would be
doesn't
like, I'm
matter.
going to Germany. I'm going to say I'm going to Japan. I'm going
Now,
to Japan.
First of all, I don't understand. Like the first 5 minutes of this video is like the worst shit. It's just academics being super awkward, waiting
He
for it
is
to come.
super
This shit.
Yeah, this is good.
Sorry.
When
This
did
is
you put
great.
that
I'm
on?
sorry.
Oh my
so,
God.
So yeah,
Oh
when
my
he, when
This is
he,
great. He
went
walked
in-
out and changed.
He walked out like a
Ak
villain,
gets
bro.
there and he's wearing a Sean John shirt and a swastika fucking diamond chain.
Oh, shit.
Ridiculous.
He's a chain.
I think it fell.
And then he's like, "Hold on, I gotta go change."
Bro,
Leaves
the
him out
way
there
he
for 3-4
came out-
minutes,
Yo.
and then walks out in that crazy outfit. And I mean, I feel like I shouldn't laugh at that outfit.
No,
but
that was the
It's
funniest.
just there's
No, but
something
that's the
so
point, though. But
ridiculous
that's the-
about it.
That's the
dude.
point, though.
no,
That's
no,
the
but hold
point.
on, hold on. We
You get the chuckles. Like like he knows it's ridiculous.
This
That's
here
why he
is
takes it
my
off.
favorite shit.
Yeah, he's not.
This is my favorite shit. How
Yo,
he's like,
I
He's
kind
not
of
stupid.
wish.
hold up, how he comes out,
So you got
how he
this
comes out
specific.
like
Absolutely.
in this
The leather,
outfit,
the nigga KKK.
and then spends like 5 minutes deciding where he wants to sit.
It's
They
there,
move the
yo.
couch.
Can we move that to the side?
He puts his boots on. And then eventually he's just like,
Move this shit up.
let's just stand by the wall.
It'll be like,
Yup.
Yeah, this looks cool.
bro, he's just a designer at heart, man. Like, I need to get a very like.
I haven't watched a lot of academics before, but he kind
If we had like two of them,
of
it would
annoys
probably
me.
work.
Didn't he get in trouble for like
That's how it works.
sexting with a 15-year-old boy or something like
No,
that?
no, not act.
That wasn't
No,
real.
academics got. He got some.
He got
other
it. He
shit.
got, they
He just
accused him
yells
of,
at
like,
a lot of
fighting with
people
some
on
He got
X.
burned by some shorty or
No,
some
yeah,
shit.
some girl accused him of some
Hold
shit.
on, I don't want to
There's-
say that. Can we
how
look
would you-
that up? That fact.
What's the
No, it
Let
wasn't.
this video play or what? Or yeah. The thing about Akademiks, there was a scandal recently.
He got recently because he was on stream talking to a dude who was like under 18, and he was talking about getting laid with him or some shit like that. Not like with him, but like
Really?
talking about sexual things.
Oh, I did not hear
Like,
this.
yeah.
I did not hear this.
Yeah, it was
That's
on
what it
stream.
was?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
like he
it's
wasn't
nothing like-
messaging them direct. He had him on
Okay.
stream and was
All right.
asking him like, "Oh, you getting
Apologies
pussy?" Blah,
to
blah, blah, you know?
Akademiks. Yeah, that was
But yeah, he
fucking-
definitely
It's
got
one of those
canceled for that.
clickbaits.
And then he also got canceled recently because some chick accused him of like beating her ass, but it was like she was actually a psychopath. Whatever. I'm not defending Akademiks. I don't fucking know the full story.
Yeah, I don't know.
But like,
Crazy.
you know, whatever.
One of my favorite things on the interview, if you play the next clip, was when Kanye was telling the Jim Jones story.
Oh, that was so
yeah,
funny.
I
Watch
saw
this
that
shit.
one clip.
Play this shit.
That shit was funny.
Nigga, I'm a billionaire. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about that shit. See, this is my issue with Jim Jones, right?
The
So he says
Yo,
he's
he's
gonna
so
get
funny,
a
bro.
jib or a div. I don't know what the fuck the word is, but basically, like, he gonna get a percentage if he introduced me to this crypto nigga, right? And I know this shit sound like a Tarantino movie. Jim Jones wants me to meet with Mr. Pink to make $2 million off a crypto coin. Next Tarantino film, right?
Jim
so then
Jones.
I found out before the second meeting that he was gonna make this money. So
This shit's fucked up.
no,
You
he
saw
said
this?
he's gonna
Yeah,
make
I
a
watched
percentage.
it.
He
This
didn't
shit's
tell me what it
hilarious.
was, and he didn't say he's gonna give me a piece of it either. When I found out how much money it was, I was like, you know what? What's that?
He does not answer the phone. No.
Watch.
Okay, send him to room 59 right now. Thank you.
No.
The way he acts so normal in that outfit is
It's
so
the funniest
fucking
thing.
funny.
Great. He's so great, bro. He's genius.
When I found out that he
Like
was
his
getting
voice
the
is
money,
muffled in
I was
there.
like,
Right,
how
right.
much money is it?
They didn't think that through.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that meeting for you to get the money, but I just gotta sit there. What you go? Like I wasn't like, oh nigga, you ain't tell me I'm not gonna. I still took the meeting, and the nigga still got the money, right?
So he got paid $2 million.
Yes.
For you taking the meeting.
For me taking the meeting. But watch. And I was the money was a bit behind my back. I didn't really know about it. People be doing shit behind my back. My issue with Jim was we working on clothes. And I said, look, send me a PDF. For anybody who doesn't know, it's like a group of pictures in a folder that you send to the iPhone. You could do like 300 pictures, 10 pictures on it, 10 pages. I said, send me a PDF of all the ideas, all the young niggas you know in New York. Let me see all of this shit right now. Let the king see everything that's happening, right? This man tells me, I don't know how to make a PDF.
You can stop it. You can stop it.
I did not know he was gonna end with that. That was so fucking funny.
Crazy. Like that's where he's
That's
going.
too
That's
real,
what he's
bro.
upset about.
Bro, it's crazy watching Kanye talk
It's
for
genius,
long form
though.
content because he just goes like this everywhere, bro. Like, what transition was that? Like into the Jim Jones? That was random as fuck.
I have no idea. So
He's
yeah,
like,
if
that's why Jim Jones.
So if you watch the interview, and it's real. If you actually understand what's going on over there, is Jim Jones used them to get $2 million just so Kanye could
Right.
sit down for a crypto meeting.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, if Claude did, we're homies. If Claude's like, yo, Chonch, this dude's gonna give me a $2 million bag, all you gotta do is sit down for 30 minutes with him. You don't need to buy it, just sit with him. I'll be like, fuck yeah, Claude. You know? And then, but like he said, Jim Jones didn't tell him about the money. So he kind of found out later, and Kanye's like, I'm cool with that.
But he didn't mind that.
Yeah, he didn't mind that. He's whatever. And then
It's when
he's
he
like,
knew he was lying.
yeah, so and that was the thing is like, and then he said he's working with if you listen to it later, he's like, yo, I'm working with Jim Jones about some new fashion from like New York, because Jim Jones all about fashion. He's like, he's up there. And then he's like, yo, you're working with some young New York cats, like, yo, send me the PDF of like, you know, the Tims
Yeah,
and
yeah.
da-da-da. And then Jim Jones goes like, I don't know how to make a PDF. And then he further goes on. He's like, bro, you think you can't hire somebody with the $2 million?
Right,
You
right.
think you can't?
Yeah.
You think you can't figure it out?
Yeah.
So it's like
You can ask
I would
AI.
Go on
I would
fire,
get-
dog. Like,
I would get pissed too if like I help somebody tremendously and then I ask you for a small favor and you respond with some ignorant stuff
Yeah,
like that.
It's not even
Right.
a favor. It's
Listen,
like, send
bro.
me your ideas.
Like if I help Quad get $2 million, it's like, yo, Quad, come to my son's birthday party. Says, I don't got a ride.
yeah, you
I'm
can't.
gonna be like, you've never heard of Lyft?
Yeah, right.
You never heard? All right, never again am I gonna get you $2 million, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm
Listen, bro,
fucking-
one of the funniest things
killing
Kanye
you.
also does is like he be putting people in group chats Like, you ever see that? And he'd be post a screenshot.
Yeah.
He'd be like, I put Rick Ross, Kim Kardashian, Diddy, and Dog, same group chat. We gonna figure this out. I'm like, what? What do those group of people have in common?
Exactly. Genius.
It'd be, I love when then he posted
His
is the
tweets
funniest
are
part.
so funny, bro. He's just so crazy.
Yo,
Wow, I know.
Yo, Kanye is a genius, bro.
Sometimes
Some
they
real
be
shit.
making sense, but the ones that make the most sense, they be like spelled so differently. Like he just posted the other day, he was like, whatever you lose while being real was fake. And I was like, But then I reread it and I was like,
Snaps.
whatever you lose? Like, because he spelled it loose. And I was like, bro, this is like a $1 billion artist. Like, you don't think like he
That's
would
what,
have the.
that's what makes it so real, though. It's just he's just ranting. You know
That's
what I
how you
mean?
know it's typed out so fast.
Yeah,
Yo,
real
I'm
shit.
not gonna lie.
Second guessing.
When I'm feeling like I'm a little bored, I'd be like, "Yo, what's Kanye tweeting?" And I'll just read like 5 of them, and I just instantly die laughing.
Yo, he is literally one of the biggest geniuses of our lifetime. And the funniest part is if you study geniuses, because I'm a history geek.
That
bro.
guy
They're
in the
insane.
black
If you
KKK
study-
uniform is the
if you study geniuses over the last history of every genius that existed, they were never a genius or considered genius during their era of being
Right.
alive.
Bro,
it's only
right.
after they
But the
died.
Albert
swastika
Einstein was.
iced out chain,
I
bro.
mean, yeah,
he's
going-
wilding.
He's going pretty hard.
He's
going hard.
wilding.
Definitely wild.
He's going hard.
But that's
And
Kanye. He
but
always
he
has
also
been like that.
his whole
trying.
message is like, hey, if you guys can promote like black people killing each
Yeah.
other and exploiting us, then that means I get to like
Promote whatever
make
I
fun of
want.
your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That part I get.
It's yeah.
I get what he's trying to do, but that doesn't mean I don't think he's a shithead for doing that. Because it's like, bro, first of all, who's the jeweler that was like, I'll do it? You know what I'm saying?
That's a good question.
Because 90% of the time, guess what they are? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. So like, so I'm
true,
like,
fact.
how
the
he get
Asian or
this-
Jewish. They're one of the
Right?
Facts.
It was probably a Jewish motherfucker telling his cousin to make it.
Hold on, no, there's a lot of like Turkish jewelers and shit
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Bro, I
That's
know,
true, that's
I
true,
know,
that's
but
true.
it's like, come
Armenian.
on, though.
Yeah.
Armenian.
Armenian jewelers.
it's
No,
fine.
bro, but if you go to the Diamond District, bro, they're
They'll do
like,
that
it's
shit.
2 of them.
But how
motherfuckers,
crazy
though,
of a
yeah.
statement is that, though, on some real shit, is that he puts on a swastika chain, whatever. And by the way, if you study the history of the swastika,
Yeah, it's
by the
actually
way-
on the
That's
Buddhist
getting
symbol,
into
too.
technicalities, so we all know what it means.
we all
It's
know
actually
what
part
it
of the
means.
Buddhist symbol,
No, for
too.
sure.
We know
I'm not
what
saying
Kanye means.
No, I'm not saying he's using it for like what the Indians use
Sure.
it in their culture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that if you just study the history of what it was before, it wasn't always a bad sign. That's you just get some
Right.
context of what it is.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
Before you
for
make
sure.
a
Doesn't
general
matter,
They should
though.
know
No, no, no,
It is.
100%,
But I
bro.
feel like
Yeah.
in
No,
this
he's
context,
using it for an insult.
No.
I was about to
Well,
say because in this context,
he's using it for-
he's
it's for
blatantly
hate.
called out the Jews in the media, and all. I mean, he's right. Like, there's a lot of Jewish representatives.
He goes
in
a
the
little
media.
hard to say.
They
he's
created
right.
Hollywood. It's not their
I
fault.
mean,
That's
no,
their
When-
business.
this is when the guy who didn't say that's just looking to the side
Hey,
like, yo,
I'm recalling the video where he takes out the
They created
phone and
Hollywood.
he's
it wasn't me.
he like shows the connections of all the Jewish bloodlines in the current media.
No, he
like
makes-
CNN, CBS.
I mean, but what does that even mean? Like that they're successful?
Yeah, if I created a business, I'm gonna run it how I want to run it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It gets a little, and I understand that if I'm running my business and I touch, I only hire women and I grab their ass every time they in my office and they start feeling offended about it, I can't be here like, well, it's my business, I run it how I run it. It's gonna get to a point where it's like, all right, Chonch, you're running your business a little immoral,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what the 360 deal is all about.
Mhm.
So
Right.
they built their business, they run it how they run it, but
I'm just saying, though,
say,
dog,
look what
it's
happened to Michael. Really looking what happened to Michael. He owned Sony. He owned it.
Michael who Jackson?
Michael
Yeah.
Jackson.
And then
And what happened
Well, he-
after?
after
right,
he
what
bought,
happened
like,
after
the
he started
Beatles
buying
catalog
the
or something?
masters
Killed
of the,
him,
of the Beatles,
His
and he
doctor
was
drugged
one of the
him.
biggest owners of Sony. You didn't know that?
He was also a really
He was
fucked
a-
up guy, though.
Was
He
he?
a
Yeah, that
big owner of
documentary, bro,
Sony.
was
I mean, I don't
wild.
doubt it.
Look who,
Yeah,
you see the
those
documentary
documentaries
though.
are crazy,
No,
yeah,
who's
yeah.
the producer of the documentary? The same
I don't
guy
know,
that
bro,
took
but
his,
that guy
his
describing his
estate as soon as he
butthole
died.
getting raped, that was crazy.
Chonch, we got to talk about this after
Just
the
study
show,
history.
bro. I'm
Bro, I
telling
got
you,
questions.
we could go crazy with it.
I got questions.
That's the number one thing a conspiracy theorist says. I
Yeah.
got questions. Hey, I'm not saying anything. I just got questions.
I just got questions.
Nah, bro.
Real.
All right, Alex Jones.
It's my whole life.
The
and
frogs
you guys
were
can
gay, by
probably
the way.
relate to
Conspiracy
this.
theories are your whole life?
It's not conspiracy. Is that people tell you to it's high school.
Bro,
It's high school. They tell you something, You want to believe it because you
but
want to fit in.
Chonch, I know you're saying
know
all
what
this
I
and you're
mean?
not bringing up some bad points, but look at the screen.
It's hilarious.
This
I'm
nigga is
laughing.
wildin', bro. Like,
It's
yo,
genius.
I get it. I get what you're trying to say, but look at the screen, my nigga. Like,
It's
what is he doing,
hilarious.
bro?
It gives us something to talk about. It's
It is
funny.
true.
It's so funny.
Yo,
the
bro,
comedy
it's
side
just
of it's
getting
real.
more and more. Shout out to you, by the way, because I gave
Satire.
up trying to defend Kanye like months ago. I was just like, I'm done. After the swastika ice out in the shirt, I was like, bro, I'm done.
See, that's the difference. I'm not defending anybody.
You're just understanding what he's doing.
No, I'm like I said. Look at the receipts, bro. I'm not defending anybody.
Nikola Tesla.
If I tell you
labeled crazy.
Leor Cohen put all of his artists on a 360 deal, am I defending anybody or is that just a
You're
fact?
just stating a fact.
Okay,
I
that's
got
all
you.
I'm saying is like, bro, I'm not here like,
That's
yo,
crazy.
I love Kanye, this and that. Honestly, I haven't listened to Kanye's music since in a long, long time. I love Kanye. Like, there's one song on the Vultures album I like, one song on the Donder 2 maybe. I'm not there like, yo, this is the best album. Nah, bro, that's not me.
Yeah.
Like, but I still like Dark Twisted Fantasies. I love Kanye coming up.
Yeah.
He's not my favorite artist right now. I can be
Gold
real with
digger,
it.
bro.
That's hilarious. I find that hilarious. The fact that he dressed
That's
into
one of
that-
the funniest things
but
ever.
Wait till the end. He takes it off. and he
Oh,
goes
he
back
takes
to
it
he's
it
off?
got to go.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got to go.
It's so funny, bro. It's hilarious. And I find that satire. I think it's just like a different form
It
of
is.
satire.
There's something really silly about it, and
You
you know
know?
he's like a little tongue in cheek with it.
Yeah, no,
like,
100%.
like,
I
he
know that
knows what
part
he's
too.
doing.
That's
Like,
why
he's-
like, don't take
that's
it too
why
serious.
I laugh at it too, though.
He's
That's why I'm
not.
laughing.
You know?
He's not all the way insane.
No, the funniest part is
he's like-
Kanye
Akademiks
just
taking
loves to
this thing
push the
serious
buttons,
right now.
bro.
Yeah.
As far as it can go.
He knows how to push the
Wait,
buttons.
hold on, what's he
Yeah.
saying? What's he
I
saying?
find it funny. A black KKK thing. It's
Hold on, what's he saying?
hilarious.
What's he saying? What's he saying?
I really got to make this.
Somebody had to design that too.
I know. All right,
I don't know why Akademiks didn't go to Japan with him. He's nuts for that. He should be like,
No,
let's go.
he said he's gonna do part 2.
He should have headed it right out
What
with
was you
him.
thinking the whole time? He's like, man, that nigga needs more security. No security could like fucking stop those interviews. Yeah, I'm headed to the airport.
Didn't run out of thing, right?
There's.
I love how he has a DS.
How much you got? How much I got?
knows that
That's
Mario
that's
Kart.
Everything.
That's the Asus Rogue Strix 7 or some shit like that.
It's like a supercomputer handheld.
Oh, I thought he
It
was
runs
playing
Windows
fucking-
11. He runs FL Studio
you
off
could
that
run
shit.
FL on
bro.
it.
That's what I was
No
talking
shit, told me.
about.
I thought he was playing Mario
Why
Kart.
don't you move around with security, man?
People be cooking up on it.
Really? That's dope.
Look at how he's just so normal now.
You know, I thought
The fact the hood is like hitting the wall too and
I
shit.
know,
That's
it's so
what's mad
stupid.
funny.
I thought that
so
I
funny.
will come in
It's
here,
like
you
so
have
not
15
swaggy. That's what's funny
15
about it.
So
staffers.
funny.
The thing
Yeah.
Kanye does that
I
drives
really-
me nuts.
So
Hold on.
funny.
That drives me nuts. So is that like he does that shit where he like speaks in all type of metaphors and like talks about things as if you understand what he's saying,
No.
and it's just like you know what I mean, right? And you're like,
No.
yeah,
Yo,
totally,
no.
bro.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
except for what PDFs are. With the Jim Jones story, he goes on to explaining in detail what a PDF is, and like
you've
everybody
said
knows that shit. And then he's talking about Playboy Cardi taking the red pill, and like everybody gets that shit from Matrix. And he's like, "You've seen Matrix, right?" And he explains the whole story.
Yeah.
But everything else is a vague metaphor.
It's just all
My
messages.
favorite thing that Kanye does is when he thinks he killed it. Like he said something crazy.
Yeah.
And then he'll make a face like in a smile, like, yeah.
He'll double
Dude,
down.
the cringiest
And I'm
thing I've
like-
seen Kanye do is
so
being in a room full of people and just silence everybody. Like be like, everyone shut up. And they like low key be like, yo, what the fuck? Is he good? Like, what
No,
the
what
fuck?
about
Like,
you ever seen when he parted a crowd? He was just like, nah, they gonna move for me.
He was just doing this.
And
They're
then
all
I was
moving.
like, yo, he did it though.
That's
like
crazy.
it was crazy.
It's
Yeah,
It was like, this
funny,
is my
bro.
town.
It's so
Kanye,
funny.
that's Kanye, bro.
Wait,
I
was
love
that clip like when he was recording in the stadium?
No, it was when he was doing the listening party and like it was all like his
Oh,
friends or
yeah.
some shit. And he was just like, if y'all don't shut the fuck up, y'all
I
not
saw
gonna
that
listen
shit.
to greatness.
Yeah.
Y'all being mad, disrespecting me. He was like yelling and shit. Everybody was just like, yo, like we was just talking
love
about how great you
he's
are, but now
defending
you
the
kind of a
fuck out of
bitch.
Drake right now.
Low
too.
key,
It's
I'm
so
just
funny.
saying.
Yeah.
I heard that's how Benjamin Franklin was. Just saying.
Strict.
Okay.
Y'all didn't know
So
I made this
Benjamin,
light bulb.
Kanye's the new
I just
That's
love
why I'm on the
electricity.
hundo, and y'all the one.
Yeah, yo, his take on Drake was interesting though. I mean, because his point, right, was that like Drake was much more culturally important to music and to like
Yeah.
the music industry over
Yeah.
the last several years than Kendrick was, and then all of a sudden Kendrick comes out and does
Ain't,
it too.
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah, I
have
mean,
talked
that was
about
a-
how
that was a
Lucy
solid point.
Grange, who signed
I just
Drake
want to
for
watch
that big
a
contract, played
KKK
him.
guy really react to this. That's
Yeah.
my main goal is I want to see that.
It's
There
crazy
has
that-
to be like a
it's
real
cra-
Grand Wizard guy. Like I kind of like this guy, but fuck him.
Oh
like you know what I
my
mean?
God,
I
that's
want to
crazy.
see
Yo,
that.
the fact that he wore a black KKK outfit. It's just with the swastika, the irony, it's so funny. It's the satire is genius, bro.
Yeah.
So
I laugh at that.
What do you guys think is his real motive here, though? Right? Like typically he does this shit when he's like about to put out an album.
Right.
So is
He
it
been
just
putting out an album.
Is it another one of those, or is he on some new shit?
This has to do with his whole conspiracy. He's pushing this big ass ideology that there's like this hidden bloodline or whatever, and they're like doing everything to be elitist. Like their children's children are going to be born into it, and he's just saying that. I mean that like there's a certain type of race that like is all in the elitist group, and that's why I think he's wearing the black KKK outfit, is because most of the people that are elitists wear the white one. So he's like, oh, I'm like the underground, blah, blah, blah.
It's the irony, yeah.
It's
He's a
the irony,
black
yeah.
dude wearing a KKK.
it's
It's
just
like
for
the
shock,
Dave Chappelle skit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know the Dave Chappelle skit, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where he's a blind KKK member.
No,
He's
it
wearing-
is. No way.
You never seen
Dude,
that shit?
there's actually a comedy skit of like the Klansmen or something, like one of the master fucking chief guys or whatever. I don't know what they're called, bro. But like the Grandmaster or whatever.
Grand Wizard,
Grand
yeah.
Wizard. They do a comedy show of a Grand Wizard getting roasted. It's like a KKK roast, and like all the audience or like the other comedy roasters, they're all like black comedians, like really like in the shit too. Like they're popular from
That's
their
pretty
own
funny.
independence. Like, bro, you guys got to watch it. It's so
yes,
funny.
it
It's
is.
so
But
crazy.
to answer your question, Dallas, as weird as much as most people may not like what he does or is doing, you look at the receipts. He had ideas that turned into billions of dollars, and he had those ideas stolen from him by people. He's mad at people that stole his ideas, not just for the billions, but stole his ideas that he worked so hard for.
Yeah.
And I remember I had I had one too. Remember the first pair of Nike Yeezys that came out in 2010, 29, like, bro, you had that. You're like, yo, Kanye. And then you see the Sway thing where Sway was always right at the end of the day. Like, yo, you should do your own thing. He said, you don't got that.
You don't got all the answers, Sway.
But you get to see the journey of him for 15 years, build his own $1 billion empire with his own idea.
Yeah.
And then people, Adidas, rightfully stealing it
Yeah.
legally. You know what I mean?
And then they
I
froze
would
his
be pissed
assets were
too.
crazy, bro.
He
I
learned,
would
bro.
be pissed
Dude,
too.
one
So
of-
he's not at fault when, and it's funny because he mentions this too, and you guys should know this too. When he's like, "Yo, the Jews," he doesn't mean like fucking John Goldstein up the street in Brookline.
Wow, that was the most racist
No,
thing you've ever
he's
said. No, I'm joking.
you know, hey, everybody knows Brookline is Jewish.
Yeah,
I grew up
everyone
there.
knows.
Everybody
Yeah, it is
knows
pretty
Brooklyn.
Jewish.
I
Yeah,
thought
it's
everywhere
serious.
was like that.
That's
I
what
was
he
like,
said. I thought everywhere was like that.
So my cousins from Denver, they're like, I'm like, you don't know any Jewish people?
You don't have a temple?
Framingham is Brazilian. We all know
Right.
this. All right.
Yeah, we had that conversation.
But it's those big execs who stole his billions. He's going to war with them.
Yeah, but
You
I
know
think
what
what
I
he doesn't
mean?
realize
So-
though, what he doesn't realize is he's got chill with that shit. In my opinion,
Affects everybody else.
is because it like people don't understand that
Yeah.
in the masses. The masses are just like fuck Jews. And if you look at since he started doing that shit, you look at the amount of Jewish hate openly, it's gone way up in my opinion.
well, bro, I think it's gone way up too because of the whole Palestinian conflict too, though. Bro.
Yeah, that's
like
not
that's
happening.
after
Yeah,
that
and
it like
that's definitely not-
exploded, bro.
I feel like people felt like, hey, yeah, you know what?
No, but-
Kanye was right.
No,
So fuck them.
bro, but people people weren't even bringing up Kanye. Then when he started this again, he's like, oh yeah, he was on that. Oh, Kanye was ahead of his time. He's like a fucking Nazi hipster over here, bro. Like I was way ahead, bro. You know what's mad funny though? South Park was right about him with the gay fish episode.
That's hilarious. Yeah.
Bro, he's like, I'm not a gay fish, but now he's over here doing, I'm not a racist. Like he's doing like, it's like, holy shit, that's so on point.
South Park is right about everything.
Yo, they're so ahead of their
95%
time,
of the
bro.
time. They're so ahead of the time. So
That shit is on.
South Park uses AI, I think.
I think Kanye is.
I think that's why they're so ahead of their shit. They're like, hey, make a funny
know.
show about telling the future or some shit.
But nah, man. I don't like when I see stuff like this, man. I don't feel offended. I don't feel thing. I laugh because I look at the satire behind it. Because you have to look at like you can't be stupid in positions of where he is by being an idiot. It doesn't work that way. There's no such thing as a successful idiot. They know something, man. They do stuff. They've been places. So like you gotta understand that. I feel like when we were so quick to judge at the bottom, like if you go to a basketball game. Jason Tatum will miss a shot, the fans go crazy like, you an idiot. He was open. I'm like, bro, you go down. You ain't a basketball player. Shut the
Right.
fuck up and sit down and watch the game.
Yeah, real.
But we like to have
I feel like you
opinions,
could
and you're
say all that
entitled to
without
one.
that outfit, though.
You know what I mean? But it's just, it's like, if you really look at it though, like, let's be,
I'm
that's what
looking.
but I'm saying, like, we lack logic. Like, common sense ain't common enough.
Absolutely.
Like, if you look at that and be like, wow, look at him being so, I'm like, dude, that's satire.
Bro, I can
That's-
understand that, right? And I appreciate it
It's
more than you
genius.
would think,
It's funny.
right? But it's still like, you're still wilding, dog. Like, you trying to sell a
course.
swastika t-shirt is crazy.
Like that's
y'all
the
both make
point.
good
Look how
points.
much we
Yeah, I
just
mean-
spent
No, I
20
know.
minutes. You know,
Yeah,
like,
we just
I
spent
know,
on that.
I get it.
Yo,
It's real.
Speaking about
he
that
knows
real
that
quick,
shit.
you
Yeah.
saw what's happening in Argentina?
Nah, I don't think so.
So
I don't care about Argentina that much.
nah,
go
but
on.
it has to do with the. I'm just adding up with the swastika shit, and y'all can just Google it and whatever. But Argentina, their president, President Milei,
Oh, he's kinda
is going to
wild.
release the files of the Nazis and Hitler that escaped from Germany.
I heard about
There's a
that.
has
ton in
been hidden
Argentina.
this whole
Dude,
time.
I'll believe it when
because-
I see it.
Hey, I'm just saying, I'm
Yeah.
Brazilian, and I know that if you go to Santa Catarina down south, bro, they're all blonde with blue eyes.
Oh,
But
it's
if you
mad
go to
Germans.
Bahia, that
Yeah.
is no, they are black, they are African. You go anywhere else in Brazil, it's like that. But the only place that's blonde, blue eyes out of nowhere is southern Brazil, which is close to Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, and we all got questions.
Yeah.
Dude, there's no doubt. A ton of them went
Bro,
there.
but
It's
I feel
weird.
bad for anybody that wants that to rock that stash and they can't now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because every time.
Jordan did. Jordan was the only man that could pull it off.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah.
He did.
What?
Remember in the Haynes commercial when he had he had the Hitler mustache?
One
Everybody was
man
like,
ruined it
"What?"
all for
We need to
everybody.
pull this up. I
Yeah,
didn't-
pull up Jordan's Hitler mustache, dude. He had that shit. It was the one when he was in in first class and like it was something about his. It was like the
Yeah.
bacon neck T-shirt. He had the
Yo.
nice T-shirt on, the Haynes.
There's
It doesn't
no
get the
way,
bacon
bro.
now.
Damn, can you believe one man ruined it for every other man in
Here
the
we go.
world?
Here we go. Look at that.
Hold on. Oh my
That's
God.
straight up. That's not even like almost a Hitler mustache. Like
Zoom in on that.
He's got the goatee though, a little bit of the.
Yeah.
Oh
he's
my
got
God.
he's got
That's
the under
gross, though.
shit.
That is so
Holy
gross.
shit.
Who would look at that and be like, yo, that's I'm rocking this
Yeah.
today. I
Well,
look
that
good.
was a Kanye moment from Michael Jordan. He's like, I'm
Yeah.
Michael fucking Jordan.
Jordan, yeah.
I like this shit. I'm going with
Hey,
it, dude.
when you get to those levels, people do like I remember Ronaldo
So who's gonna
coming up had
reclaim
just a
that
little
stash,
patch of
though,
hair
bro?
like
Somebody's
this,
gonna claim
it.
bald.
Yeah, yeah.
He just had his
I
bangs
don't think
and he was
anybody
bald.
even wants to fuck
that's
with
weird.
that.
Yeah, that's wild.
Shit was crazy, man.
Can you imagine you were rocking that back in like the 30s, 40s? You're like, fuck, dude.
Yeah, that was your
This
shit.
was my look, bro.
Right? Shit. That's what happened in Dominicans if some warlord came out with a chin strap.
Yo, I know we're fucked, bro. I guess we're on his side.
Hey, you're ahead of the curve now. You move forward.
All right, boys, you want to play our game of the week?
Go ahead, Willie.
All right, hit the music.
Oh shit.
How long can you wear swastika t-shirts? No, I'm joking.
All right,
Not me.
so game of the week. It's named after you, Kwa.
Yes, sir.
It's called High Quality.
Do my mate.
High Quality.
Sorry.
And I don't know if you guys did debate club in high school or anything like that. Kwa, you look like you got good grades.
No,
Those glasses and shit.
Why? Because he's Asian?
So, well, that's part
I'm
of it,
the
but also the
complete
glasses. It's mostly the
opposite of what you
glasses.
think.
Mostly the
I
glasses.
would
No, the way you
expect that
said
from
that was
Jerry L.
crazy.
But you, Dallas.
Hey, you're good at math, right? Like the way
I didn't
that he
say
said
it.
no, but the way he said it, right? That was like that kind of vibe.
He looks like an intelligent guy, dude. I wasn't.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
guys
sure.
are the ones saying that racist shit,
bro, because I just
on.
said do my may, and then
Come
you
on.
drop the fucking. Come on, dog.
Now listen,
Said, Qual, you look smart.
Is it the glasses or because he's Asian? Or both?
the glasses.
like,
It was
let's
the
be
glasses.
real, though, it's
The
both.
glasses. And I know, Kwa. He's a
Quite
very
smart as a
guy.
motherfucker. Don't
You
lie,
are too,
Qual.
Chonch.
You
Anyways,
smart motherfucker.
what you guys are gonna do is debate.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, no.
So you're gonna have 30 seconds each. We're gonna flip a coin in a second to see who has first at bat. We'll do it like baseball, right? Where you either go first or last in all of these rounds. And each round, I'm gonna give you something, and you have to argue for or against it. I'm gonna tell you each round which one of you has to argue against it.
Okay.
Okay.
That was going to give me like child murder.
He's like, fuck them kids.
All right, who's got a coin?
I'm pro-choice.
We'll flip the Zin can. You ready? So this is heads, all right?
Why don't they just do rock paper scissors?
That's a good idea. We'll flip
Zin
this.
can
Off.
is
This
cool,
I've
right?
never seen this before in my
Yeah,
life.
flip this in.
All right.
Pull it.
Flip the Zen.
Call it in there.
Flip.
All right, Quad Games is named after you. Call in the air. Ready?
All right.
Okay, go.
Heads. Oh. Now tails. Tails never fails.
Oh wow, that was crazy.
Damn,
He got it.
He
He got
did
it.
get
Okay.
He
it.
said in the air.
Quad.
Did
I
say
should
in
have
the air,
called it.
That's true.
All right, so Quad, do you want to go first or last in this game?
Last, I guess.
Last.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I didn't study Qual. Fuck.
All right. So first round, we're gonna start with you. We're gonna start with you each round, Chonch.
Yep.
Right. This round, you have to argue against this thing.
Okay.
Okay. The phrase "it's giving." Let me start a timer.
Oh God.
I have to argue against it?
Yeah, and
Oh,
Khoa,
okay,
you're gonna have
that's
to argue
easy.
for it.
What the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Get a timer ready. Sorry, I should have done this before.
So who's the four?
Wait, just
It's
the
giving.
we're arguing the saying.
Like,
Yes.
like that. Why it's a good thing?
It's a bad
why
thing. It
it's-
should end.
Like
It's
why
tough.
it's dope or why it sucks. And you're arguing against it.
Yeah, it's
All right,
tough.
ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, no, all women should stop saying it's giving because when they say it's giving uneducated. It's giving snobby. That's what it is. You know,
It's
I'm going to
giving-
use it against them. I'm going to use it against them until we get everybody to stop using it. You know, but I'm arguing against it, bro.
It's giving brain rot TikTok.
It's giving brain rot. That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck, now I'm using it. Am I now arguing for it or against it?
Yeah.
Oh,
It
shit.
sounds like you're for it.
This is
Sounds like
I
you're
caught
for it.
myself
That's
in
real.
that.
It's good.
Okay, that's time.
All right, Khoa, you have to defend the queens. Go.
It's giving. Everybody needs to say it's giving. I think that the world needs to be a better place. Everybody needs to give.
Wow, you suck,
Really?
dude. Sorry.
I
go
don't
on.
fucking
Okay.
know.
That was
This
actually
this
really
is a
good.
terrible
Yeah.
one, bro. What the fuck?
That's actually really good.
How am I supposed to defend that? I don't even use that.
It's giving. Yeah,
I feel like,
you
oh,
was
you
the
should have been
studio
like,
last
yo,
night
if you're
saying that
against
shit.
it's giving ignorant, it's giving,
You
not
should've
understanding,
seen
it's
them.
giving, it's giving like,
I feel like
Like,
Jario wants to
disconnected.
play at this game, guys.
I think,
No,
I mean,
this is funnier.
you know,
Yeah, he's
you,
just
you
trying
were
to play
rolling
too
there
cool,
for a
bro.
second, Khoa, but, then you submitted on that.
Nah,
one.
he's,
So,
he's
you know,
playing too cool because when I left the studio, I said I got out the booth. I was like, "Wow, how's it sound?" He's like, "Yo, it's giving." I was like, "Yo, shut the
Next
like,
question.
you lying,
Khoa.
Why FL Studio is the best DAW? Okay. go ahead.
I got, so rapping over your own vocals live. So,
and Khoa, you're arguing against this one. So, Chonch, you go first.
Thank
of
God.
course.
Oh, I'm the artist.
So you got to argue for rapping on top
Chonch
of
has done
I
it.
could do that.
You've
the
done
cardinal
it before.
sin.
I've literally seen you do that
Cardinal
yourself.
sin.
So you could do
Yeah,
this.
I've done
we
it.
all. That's
So, oh yeah, I'm arguing against it. Well,
No.
the people that
No,
You're arguing for it.
You're
Oh,
arguing
yeah,
for
sorry,
it.
yeah,
for it.
sorry.
For it,
The
okay.
reason that us rappers rap over our lyrics is because a few reasons. Number one, we didn't know that we need to bounce a song 9 different ways with DJ cuts, show cuts, and this and that. That's cool. So
Real.
last minute results, you got to just kind of rap over your lyrics. And number two, sometimes we forget our lyrics.
real.
and it kind of helps, but that comes
Yeah.
down to bad preparation. But who cares? You know,
Yeah.
you gotta just
That's
you know?
culture, though.
And
That's always
sometimes the
been hip-hop.
lyrics just hit when it needs to hit. Sometimes, and you let the crowd sing with it, and they love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
forgetting your lyrics not a valid excuse, but okay, Khoa,
I do not agree.
we're gonna reset that. Hold on.
I do not agree.
All right,
To
30
fight for
seconds
it.
to say why rapping over your lyrics sucks.
I think rapping over your lyrics sucks because you're not showing your talent, bro.
Damn.
You're not showing your raw talent. You're depending on the engineer to make you sound nice.
Damn.
You're depending on the live engineer to make you sound nice with effects and everything. There's no raw talent. Nobody's showing off what they can do for real.
Mm.
It's all about the auto tune, all about the effects.
Both.
What about you, Chonch? What
Oh,
about
he's
you, bro?
attacking me,
Oh, wow.
man. He's
Wow.
looking me straight in the face.
It's giving.
Wow.
It's
my
giving.
fault. I'm
Okay,
so
It's
time.
not giving.
That was a moment. The what about you was a moment.
Yeah,
Yo,
I think
it's
you know,
giving.
that's what
Claude is
people are gonna be
giving a
I
talking
think
about.
Khoa won that only because
Yeah.
Chonch's was like, here's some excuses as why we need to do it.
Yeah, also you can't rap over your own lyrics. Come on.
I know.
Come on.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's cool
I
for
mean,
like
I think-
ad libs.
I think
I think it's
in
cool
a
for
real-
ad libs and some dubs.
Yeah, in a real
I mean,
situation,
I don't do
it's
that.
like
I
you
don't
could
do
do
I,
both.
I feel
You
I
should
don't do
both.
it either, but I feel what Chonch is saying because we've all been there.
There, yeah. I
You know what
talked
I'm saying?
from
Yeah,
being in that situation, like, fuck, I gotta
Yeah.
somebody call me for a show tomorrow.
Yeah.
And also,
I can't get these stems in time.
yeah, just being like a DJ and like have done this before, like people always send songs last minute, right before you're getting on stage. Like, so it's never,
Yeah.
they're never prepared with the instrumental alone. You know what I mean?
That's very true.
Okay, Chonch,
What's up?
you
man?
got 30 seconds
Oh man.
to tell us and tell everybody why deluxe albums are bullshit.
Oh,
This is a good one. Okay.
All right. I got this. Let me know when, Dallas.
Yeah, go ahead.
So deluxe albums are bullshit because they're just adding more songs so they can get more streams to get these fake rewards for just public view. And I get it. You want it so people can think that you're making more streams and it's a public perception. I totally understand. But just release a second album, do some future stuff, do one album here, another album next week. Who cares? You know what I mean? And then the fans end up loving that more.
Time. Khoa, tell Chonch why he's full of shit.
Yeah, look him right in the eye.
Go ahead.
And call it
I think every album needs a deluxe.
Really?
I
Khoa?
think that no project is done when it's done. I think that it can always be added onto, and you could always get more creative with it and add more vibes. I think everybody is asking for more. You never just want to cut it off and cut access on new content, new music. I think you could just add more. I think you're fucking on bullshit.
I think you're full of shit, Khoa.
Yeah,
I think you're
it's
full of
giving
shit,
bullshit.
Khoa.
Dude, honestly, that was
You're
another moment
wrong.
for Khoa. He said, I
Damn.
think you're on bullshit.
Yeah, honestly, bro, like,
Damn.
Yeah,
that's
Khoa's-
crazy.
Khoa's up
I'm
2-1.
releasing a
All right,
deluxe.
so-
I got convinced. I'm gonna do that shit now.
All right, so
Fuck.
wearing fake Jordans. So Khoa, you have to argue against it, and you have to be pro rocking fake
Oh
Jordans.
God, this is gonna be hard.
So Chonch, go ahead.
It's gonna be easy for me because we've all been there. So let me know, Khoa.
Oh, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Let me
Go
know.
ahead,
All
go ahead.
right. So I mean, the reason why, I mean, they're shoes, man. They're coming from the same warehouse. Why am I gonna pay?
This is just some broke nigga
$300
talk.
Why am I gonna pay $300 for some shit that I can get the same thing and they ain't fake? They're replicas. They are replica Jordans
Triple
that I
A
can get for
grade.
$40 online. It's the same blueprint. It's the same thing. Nobody's gonna ever tell unless they take off my shoe and start playing with it,
Yeah.
which is weird because now you're the weirdo for doing that. So I'm cool, man. We buy fake Jordans if we need to.
Time. Okay.
I don't even think you got to say much here, Khoa, so go on.
Khoa, tell Chonch. You got 30 seconds to tell Chonch why fake Jordans suck.
Chonch, you have a song called Authentic.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, wow.
And this
Exposed.
opposes exactly what you were talking about in this
Oh,
song.
man.
I think that if you can't afford it, you should just save your money until you can.
Yeah, buy some.
And I think
Vans.
everything should be authentic, bro. Like you were speaking.
Wow.
Oh, yeah,
See,
Khoa? Take off
another
those shoes.
Using his own art against him.
Let me see if they real or not.
another moment for Khoa. Another moment for Khoa. He got
He's
you.
lying. He's wearing fake
yeah,
shoes.
Chonch,
Yeah, my
Chonch
shoes
just
fake.
became like, so this is what a broke nigga has to talk about
Yeah.
to explain shit, okay?
That's
It's like the motherfucker trying to explain moissanite diamonds to you. You know what I'm
that's-
saying? And like,
It's
yo,
like, no, they're just lab. They're still real.
No,
they're
yeah,
still
fuck
real.
off.
And they're not fake. They're you see them, right? They're real.
They're real.
you could have been funnier, bro. You could have said, oh, Khoa's family wouldn't have shit to do back home if I didn't buy fake sneakers. You could have been funny, bro. Come on, son.
man.
That was
I'm
funny.
giving broke nigga reasons. I was like, yo, we ain't have money, all right? All right? So what if my first pair was fake? What do you want?
Okay, Chonch, this round, you're going to have to tell us why DJ Khaled rapping all over the intros sucks.
Why DJ
Go.
Sucks.
I mean, it's loud, it's aggressive. I don't think DJ Khaled should be yelling at people in the beginning of his tracks. It makes me
Another
scared.
one.
Makes me want to run sometimes. Be like, yo, I don't even want to play the rest of the song, man. And every time I hear him yell, I just go 15 seconds ahead into the song because I know he gonna be ranting for at least 15 seconds.
Bro, there's some songs the intro's like 40 seconds, dog.
You know, so I don't think you should be doing that if you're a producer. You know, maybe you can just get a screaming DJ Khaled. Well, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Time.
Yeah.
Okay, Khoa, in support of DJ Khaled on intros.
I think DJ Khaled should have vocals on every song. He should honestly have a verse. He should honestly do the hook too.
He should. That's the problem.
He's
You
much
know
more
me.
than a producer, bro. You don't understand. You don't understand what it is to have a voice, bro.
Sorry. Real.
You don't understand what it's like to not be heard, bro.
Sorry, you want to get in the booth? You're always welcome.
I'm sorry, but Khoa already lost this one.
Yeah, that round goes
Just
to
because it was
Chonch.
like, you don't
Always welcome,
understand,
Khoa.
bro.
Yeah.
You don't understand me, dude. No, yo, have you ever seen when DJ Khaled was yelling at his wife while she's like box training? He's like, come on, you always talking all that talk. He's like, shut the fuck up. She just snapped at him.
She snapped.
Yo,
You can see him
mad
to
funny.
record. He's like, oh
I
shit.
wonder what it's like to live with DJ Khaled,
Yo,
actually.
he was just
That'd be
getting tired of his
crazy,
shit.
bro.
She was getting tired of his shit. I could tell.
That's funny, man.
Shout
Shout out DJ Khaled.
So Khoa, you have to give me why we just have Drake here. So like anti-Drake talk.
It's Chonch first. So in support of Drake.
In support of Drake. Like,
Yeah.
should he exist?
No, just like
No, he's been getting dragged through the
He
media.
should die.
Drake. Ready to go.
Drake's amazing. Changed the game. He brought singing and rapping melodies into the game post 50 Cent era, and it literally shaped a whole generation. One of the most influential artists. Everybody knows that. You know, he's not even top 5. You know, when you say, yo, who the rappers sitting at the table, Drake's the table.
Wow. Drake's the table.
Drake is a table.
He made that lo-fi
He's
shit.
a platform. He's different.
Yeah.
He's different.
Okay, time. Khoa, is Drake high quality and why?
Drake. I only know Drake from Degrassi. You got he makes music?
He makes music.
Carl, I got more questions. You watched the
Wheelchair Jimmy.
I got a lot of
Wait,
questions.
you mean that kid? I don't remember. That's the only thing I've ever heard about him. That he's not even top 10 artists of all time. He's not putting up no numbers.
Can we get our fact checkers on this? Because I feel like Khoa knows who Drake is.
I feel like Quad's lying.
I think
like Khoa's
we're
lying.
gonna fact
That's
that
the
check.
only way.
Quad's
That's the
lying.
only way you can like oppose to that, bro.
We're-
Quad, didn't you get a
we're
Drake
fact-checking
tattoo
that.
last summer?
Whoa.
Oh, he's got a Drake
chill.
tattoo.
Chill, bro. Chill.
On his stomach. He's got Drake. Okay, it's
I
tie
love
game.
Drake.
It's a tie game.
Damn.
We're gonna go to the tiebreaker.
Go crazy.
Chonch, you're going first. Khoa, you've got last. You picked last by winning the Zin toss. You're arguing against.
I'm arguing against. All right.
Khoa, you got to argue for the quality level of this show.
I gotta argue against that.
Yeah.
That it's trash.
Yeah.
That this is possibly one of the worst shows I've ever been on. That I'm sitting on the same couch where the duck took a shit on, bro.
That's actually where
God.
Khoa's sitting. That's actually where Khoa's
So
sitting.
I'm arguing against it because
We
it
cleaned
wasn't
the
even
couch.
clean.
We
This is
cleaned
the
the
most
couch, guys.
unhygienic podcast I've ever been in.
First of all, that duck had
This
more
is
club than
crazy. I
anybody
walked
here.
in here, I didn't even get offered a water.
There's a water in it.
Right? I
That's
didn't even get
bullshit.
offered to
Fact
hang
check.
my coat nowhere. You know what they said too as soon as I walked in? They said, get out.
I called immigration already, bro. So they
This is
taking both of us.
This is crazy. I'm against High Street. You know what? Don't go on High Street.
I don't know.
Fucking
That was a
High
lot of
Street.
falsehoods in there. We fact checkers were lighting up on that too because
We're lighting up.
there's. Anyways, let's get to our
Supportive.
final case here. This is for the win of the game of the week. High quality. This is the first time we played High Quality, Khoa.
Yeah.
It's named after you.
Wow.
It's named
bro.
after
It's
What an
tied up
honor.
right
What an
now.
honor.
Pass it back.
Game.
Appreciate you though.
In support of this show, your 30 seconds.
Chonch, this is the greatest podcast of all time, bro.
I
This
mean,
is
he
the
already
second
won.
time we're on this, bro. This is episode 227.
Yeah, what's
what
it-
a fucking honor on top of that.
Yeah.
And you guys won what award this year?
It was the Boston Music Award for Best
Be a
Podcast Radio Show.
So basically,
What-
you're a liar.
What podcast
Stand
show
by
you
what I
know
said.
got that?
You're a liar. All he does is complain that we don't have fucking Brazilian Portuguese captions. Fuck this guy.
Yeah. And he lied. We
Yeah,
offered
he
him
lied.
water. We did not tell him to get out when he
Literally,
came
bro.
in. We actually
Yo, he's had his
helped
fucking
you in,
jacket
and
on
you know
for
that.
2 hours, bro.
And you know that. And
Yeah.
you know you want to keep that jacket on because it's probably part of the outfit you planned for this episode.
Yeah.
So
Dad's
again,
calling
you know,
me
we
out.
don't allow lies in our debates
Dallas
on this
is
show,
calling
dude. I'm
me
tired
out.
of the lies and debates, and it's not happening
bro.
on High Street.
Yeah.
So Khoa, you win. Let's hit the music one more
man.
time.
Yo, congrats
Game of
by
the
the way
week.
for
To
winning
say those
the
lies.
award.
Oh, thank you, bro. Yeah. Thank you very much. Congrats to you for winning the game of the week.
Yeah.
Game of the week.
Thank you. What do I
Of
win?
course.
The friends you made along the way.
Pride. You
Hey,
get to tell
hey,
Chonch
Qual,
forever.
Good game.
So now you
game.
got to charge.
Good game.
You got to charge them double for every session.
All right, we got to get out of here. Alone's got an album coming out. Alone, what's that
Yo.
album called, bro?
Wow. Placebo.
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 Oh, I like
Why is
it.
it
It is
Okay.
that. It is
Placebo?
13 tracks of pure fucking schizophrenic madness.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's a bunch of genres mixed together. There's obviously a story with everything. There's a theme to it. I'm doing exclusive content on my website. I'm giving password hints every day.
Password
this
hints?
week. Yeah, so there's when you click exclusive content, there's a password that you have to enter.
Wait. You say exclusive content.
Oh yeah,
You're
baby,
not
come
talking-
check it out. You already know, a
You
couple.
don't know till you
what
figure
I'm
out the
saying? Come on,
password,
Chonch.
bro. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I might need a little feature on something, so maybe we can
Whoa,
work something
that
out.
sounds like
you know
some
what I'm saying?
academics talk.
Whoa.
You never know. Hey, you got to find out. You got to
Hey,
find out what the password is so you can enter it and see what's on the exclusive content.
I'm not sure if I'm ready for OnlyFans videos.
Might be something
Just
that's
yet.
worth the wait.
When's it
Be
dropping?
something.
He sold me.
May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. May 5th, yes sir.
All right, you guys got anything dropping soon?
25.
Yeah, actually, I'm
That's Chonch,
dropping
yeah.
an album soon.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, I'm dropping an album soon. It might pop out Friday.
Really?
Ooh,
Yeah.
Holy
quick
shit.
with it.
Might.
All right. By the
might
time you
pop
watch
out
this, that
Friday.
shit's probably out.
Yes.
And if you're still watching at this point, you better be subscribed. You better put a comment. You better
Like-
click the little bell, like the
Come
shit,
on, what you doing?
all that.
bro?
We'll
All
be back
that.
next week.
Yes,
Thanks
sir.
for watching.
Peace.
Oos.
Told my homies gotta trust. I'ma take us to the top in this and gon' rock with it.